Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking you somewhere pretty remote. Picture this. Tunisia, May 7th, 2020. A desert road.
Yeah, and not just any road. We're talking vast, empty expanse.
Exactly. The sun is just relentless, beating down, heat shimmering off the ground. Everything's hazy.
The only sounds are like the wind, maybe some faint traffic noise way off in the distance. It feels utterly isolated.
A place where things could easily get lost or hidden.
And that's where this story begins,
Yeah.
with a grim discovery. Not right on the road, actually.
No, slightly off it, almost concealed. And the moment it was found, you just knew something was terribly wrong.
It was a body. Young man, early 20s maybe.
And no identification on him.
Nothing at all. The state he was in.
Yeah.
It told a story. Decomposed, bloated from the sun, clearly been there for days.
It's out there, wow.
Skin discolored. And, crucially, investigators found 4 distinct blows to the head.
Brutal blows. Just awful. Was there anything else? Anything that seemed out of place?
Well, yeah. The tire tracks, that was odd. They weren't from a truck, which you might expect out there, you know.
More for transport routes, usually.
Exactly. These were from a regular passenger car. That felt deliberate. Less random. More specific.
Okay. So that's our starting point for this deep dive.
Yeah.
A body, strange tracks, and a lot of questions.
Yeah.
We're going to unravel how this discovery connects to, well, another tragedy entirely.
A story of chance, really. And a chilling double murder.
The first big question for the police must have been, who was this young man? And how did he end up there?
Absolutely. And the initial investigation, it was tough going. They started checking missing persons reports.
Looking for young men, 20s, gone for maybe a week or more, right? Based on the body?
Right. But they found nothing. 0 matches. It was like hitting a brick wall straight away.
That must have been incredibly frustrating. And when there's no ID and no matches, your mind starts racing, doesn't it?
Yeah, you start wondering, is the family involved somehow? Are they hiding something? Or is this person just completely unknown, no ties, nobody looking for him?
Both possibilities are pretty unsettling.
But then, sometimes it's just one small detail that breaks things open. And that's what happened here.
A breakthrough.
A crucial piece of information finally surfaced. A 20-year-old barber, Qays Yahya, from Zarzis. That's a city nearby he'd been missing for over a week.
Qays Yahya. Okay, so they had a name. What was his story?
He sounds like a really good kid. Hardworking barber, ambitious. People in his community seem to really like him. No known enemies, no trouble.
So the complete opposite of what you'd expect given, the circumstances of the discovery.
Exactly. A stark contrast. His family confirmed it. Simple, loving people. He was their only child.
So the police go to the parents. They show them the clothes found with the body.
And they recognize them. It's their son, Qays. Just devastating. The shock, the grief, unimaginable.
But then the police must have asked the obvious question. He's been gone over a week. Why didn't you report him missing?
And this is where it gets complicated and really sad. The parents, they were terrified, but they explained.
What did they say?
Qays had left on May 1st. He was trying to get to Italy. Illegally.
Ah, so an illicit journey, a desperate dream.
Yes, and they knew. They'd even helped him gather the money. He was supposed to call when he arrived in Italy, but days went by. Silence.
And they were too scared to go to the police?
They thought reporting him missing would put him in more danger because of the illegal crossing. They felt trapped.
That's just heartbreaking. But did they have any information that could help? Anything at all?
His mother did. Despite her fear, she gave them something vital. She said Qays' friend, a guy named Ahmed, had set up the trip.
Okay,
And Ahmed's brother was a taxi driver. Apparently, this brother was the one arranging the actual boat journeys.
a taxi driver facilitating illegal crossings.
It seems so. Qays had paid a deposit. He left home with the rest of the money to meet this taxi driver, supposedly to get on the boat.
Right, so they have a connection, Ahmed's brother, the taxi driver. But did the mother know his name or what he looked like?
And that was the problem. No, she had no name, no description, nothing specific, just Ahmed's brother, the taxi driver.
Another dead end, just an unknown person.
Exactly. The case looked like it was going nowhere again. Probably heading for the cold case files filed against person unknown. The media picked it up, of course.
Yeah, Qays Yahya, victim of illegal immigration. That must have been the narrative.
That was the story everyone knew.
So time passes. The investigation cools down. It really feels like Qays' murder might remain unsolved. Just one of those tragic stories.
It certainly looked that way.
Yeah.
But then something completely unexpected happened. A second chance discovery, you could call it.
How?
It starts with an elderly woman. She's just reading the news, maybe online, sees the stories about Qays Yahya.
Okay.
And she notices that detail. the unknown taxi driver involved in the supposed immigration attempt. It just clicked with something for her. A horrible feeling.
An intuition.
A really strong one. It hit her so hard, this potential connection, that she immediately went down to the police station.
Wow. Just based on reading the news, what was her story?
Her story was also one of loss. Her own son, Zuhayr al-Masudi, he was a day laborer, late 30s. He'd been missing for almost 2 months.
2 months. And his case was also unsolved.
Yes, filed against an unknown person. No leads, no evidence, nothing. She'd been searching, his wife had been searching with her, but they found nothing.
Okay, so her son is missing too. But how did she connect that to Qays and the unknown taxi driver? That's the leap.
This is the crucial link. She told the police that her son, Zuhair's closest friend, was a taxi driver named Salim.
Slim, a taxi driver.
And she told them, I never trusted that man, never liked him.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. A named taxi driver connected to another missing person. But why connect the two disappearances now?
Well, that wasn't all she said. She dropped another bombshell, something really shocking.
What was it?
She didn't just point at Slim. She accused her own daughter-in-law, Zuhair's wife.
His wife? On what grounds?
She said the wife seemed too calm, too composed for someone whose husband had vanished for 2 months. She suspected the wife was involved.
Whoa, that's a heavy accusation. Mother-in-law accusing the daughter-in-law adds a whole new layer.
Absolutely. Betrayal, family suspicion. The police must have been thinking, okay, this sounds maybe a bit emotional, maybe illogical.
Right, grief can make people say things.
But it was the first lead, however strange, that actually involved the named taxi driver. The potential link to Qays' case, even if tenuous, was there. They had to follow it up.
So they bring in Zuhair's wife for questioning, put the pressure on.
And under pressure.
Yeah.
She broke. Completely. The information just poured out.
And the truth was?
A story of deep betrayal. She confessed to having an affair, a long-standing one.
With who? Don't tell me.
With Slim. Her missing husband, Zuhair's best friend.
His best friend. Unbelievable. So the mother-in-law's suspicion wasn't just grief.
Not at all. It was rooted in something real. And the affair wasn't the worst of it. There was a plot. They had decided to get rid of Zuhair so they could be together freely.
Oh my God, so they planned to kill him.
Yes. And the way they lured him was just cruel. Slim knew Zuhair was struggling financially.
Right, the day laborer.
So Slim proposed this great opportunity, renting some land together, planting olives, guaranteed profit, make some real money.
Playing on his hopes and his trust.
Exactly. Zuhair trusted Slim completely, and his wife encouraged him too, saying what a great idea it was.
So he walked right into it. What happened then?
The day of the murder, Zuhair, his wife, and Slim all got into Slim's taxi. They were going to supposedly inspect the land.
Out in a deserted area, I'm guessing?
You guessed it. They get there. The wife starts talking to Zuhair, distracting him.
While Slim
came up behind him and hit him over the head, hard, with a stone.
Did it kill him instantly?
No. He lost consciousness, fall to the ground. But he was still alive.
Oh, no.
And what they did next is just beyond comprehension. They started digging a hole right there.
With him lying there, unconscious.
Yes. And they buried him. Still alive, but unconscious.
That is monstrous. Truly monstrous.
After that, the wife went back home, and for 2 months, she played the part of the grieving, searching wife. Went out looking with Zuhair's mother, kept up the act perfectly.
But the mother felt something was wrong. Her calmness.
Exactly. The mother's suspicion was growing, and it started making Slim and the wife nervous. They felt like maybe the net was closing in.
So they needed to get out.
They decided to flee Tunisia. Using the same method, they thought Qays had used illegal immigration, but they had a problem.
Money.
They didn't have enough cash for the journey.
And this is where Qays comes back into the picture, isn't it?
This is where the two stories tragically collide. One day, Slim is at home, and he overhears his brother talking to someone.
His brother, one Qays' mother mentioned.
Well, possibly. The report mentions his brother talking to a young man who was desperate to immigrate illegally, willing to pay anything.
And that young man was Qays Yahya.
It was Qays. And Slim, hearing this, he didn't see a desperate young man. He saw an opportunity. He saw the money they needed to escape.
So he set a trap for Qays.
He used his connection, maybe his brother, maybe just the network, to offer Qays what sounded like a golden ticket, a guaranteed spot on a boat. But he needed a hefty deposit.
And Qays, full of hope, probably jumped at it.
He was overjoyed, got the deposit money together, likely with his family's help again, promising them he'd send for them later. He thought his dream was finally happening.
So the first meeting happens, Qays pays the deposit.
Yes. Slim tells him, okay, get the rest of the money ready, pack just one bag, be ready to leave any minute.
Building the anticipation, making it seem real.
Totally. Then, a few days later, Slim calls Qays, tells him it's time. Meet me tonight, deserted spot, secret location. Bring the rest of the cash.
And Qays goes, says goodbye to his family and grabs his bag, filled with hope for this new life.
He heads to the meeting point, completely unaware of the danger.
Who was there when he arrived? Just Slim.
Slim wasn't alone. He brought Zuhair's wife with him.
She was there too.
Wow. They demanded the rest of the money immediately. But Qays refused.
Smart kid. He probably wanted to see the boat first.
Exactly. He said, not until I'm on the boat. He wasn't just going to hand over all that cash in the middle of nowhere. And that refusal, it sealed his fate.
Because their original plan wasn't necessarily to kill him.
Apparently not. The plan was just to rob him, take the money they needed for their escape, and just leave him stranded in the desert.
But his refusal forced their hand.
It derailed their plan. They panicked. Or maybe just saw no other way. A struggle broke out.
And Slim?
Slim struck Qays 4 times in the head. Just like the initial report said, he killed him right there.
The same way he attacked Zuhayr, essentially. Brutal.
Horrifyingly similar. Then they just left Qays' body there off the desert road. They figured it would take time for him to be found, giving them plenty of time to get away.
But they didn't get away, did they?
No. In a swift turn of events, the police caught up with them. They were apprehended just hours before they were planning to leave Tunisia.
Wow. Just hours. So close.
So close. And eventually, justice was served. In 2023, both Slim and Zuhair's wife were sentenced to death.
It's just incredible how it all unfolded. You start with this one body, found almost by chance in the desert.
Yeah, an unknown young man.
And it leads investigators down this path that ultimately solves 2 murders. Qays Yahya killed for his escape money.
And Zuhair el-Masudi, missing for months, murdered by his wife and his best friend. 2 cases that seem totally separate.
Until that elderly mother followed her gut feeling about a taxi driver.
It really shows how sometimes seemingly random events or just one person's intuition, one act of courage in coming forward can untangle these incredibly complex hidden situations.
It's a chilling reminder of how Qays' desperation for a new life, Slim and the wife's desperation to escape their crime, can lead people down such dark paths.
And how those paths can cross in the most tragic ways imaginable. What's fascinating here is how a mother's intuition, a random news report, and 2 separate desperate plots all woven together by, this single dark thread of betrayal and murder ultimately brought the truth to light.
It really makes you think about the hidden connections between people's lives and the devastating consequences when those connections are forged from deception and violence. A truly twisted journey.